You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Good day, sir. How are you?
Good day to you. Pretty darn good. I tell you what, going back through the annals of history, who's got birthdays today? This guy had way with word. Ernest Hemingway.
Oh, he did. He did have way with
Birthday
word.
today. Yep. Farewell to Arms, Old Man in the Sea, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Movable Feast.
Yeah.
Of course, Horton Hears a Who.
I don't think he did that last one.
Seeing if you're paying attention over there, John.
That was Theodore Geisel.
Let's see. Robin Williams, born this day.
Oh, that's...
One of my favorite movies by him was A Dead Poets Society. Pretty cool stuff.
I liked The Fisher King. His more serious roles were really good.
Guy was good.
I think my favorite role for him was 1 Hour Photo. It was like a creepy role.
It was a creepy role.
It showed that he is a very talented
super talented guy. I like his serious roles way better than his comedic stuff.
Had chops, man.
Yeah.
Had chops. John Lovitz, it's a birthday today.
Nice.
And another one of my all-time favorite actors, Don Knotts.
Oh, yeah.
Barney Fife is a national icon.
Yeah.
I remember the day he died. It was the same day Heidi's grandfather died, like 2 hours before her grandfather died.
Holy cats.
Yeah, it was interesting stuff.
See what else is going on back in the Old West, and I guess there actually was an actual day for this, and this is it, back in 1865. In the market square of Springfield, Missouri, Wild Bill Hickok throws down, shoots, and kills a man by the name of Davis Tutt in what is regarded by historians as the first true Western showdown.
Really?
Where they met in the street, paced
didn't
off.
realize that.
Yeah, so there you go.
The first duel like that, huh?
1969, Neil A. Armstrong becomes the first human to set foot on the moon.
That we know of.
Driven there by Apollo 11. Yeah, and I went to Neil A. Armstrong High School in Minneapolis, which was actually...
Was it named after him?
Pretty sure, because he did a keynote speech when we opened the joint. And
That's cool.
I met him in the commons areas. Neil, what's up?
Hey, Neil, what's up?
That whole floaty thing, how do I get in on that?
Yeah.
He completely ignored me. It was 1925 this day. John T. Scopes found guilty of teaching evolution in the classroom in Dayton, Tennessee. He is fined $100.
Oh, wow.
$100 back in 1925 equates to about $1,465 these days. So there you go. Thought that was
interesting stuff.
Yeah, evolution. That was pretty cutting edge back then.
It was.
I think everything was creationism, which now you can't teach in school, or they think they just hang you in the public square.
Pretty much.
Happens? Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, very cool, Dan. Thank you for that report.
Absolutely.
And we'll have more coming from Dan here in just a bit. It is a Tuesday, and we've got a lot of fun stuff to get to. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Do you pay too much for insurance? Have you looked around? Or are you too chicken? Don't be afraid to look around to see if you can find a better deal at InsuranceChicken.com. We make it super simple for you to see rates from several different companies, to see what they have to offer, all in one place. Peck out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
I need a little zipperoo here.
Oh, it's got a little... It smells like vodka. I don't know what that is.
Oh. Whoop, pardon me. Don't be rude, little radio rangers. That's a job for Ranger Dan. Hi. Oh, good to see you, Tom. Heidi!
Ranger Dan.
You know what they say? Milk does a body good, but holy cow, how much you been drinking? Lordy mama. sight for sore eyes, I got to tell you what. Radio Rangers, play a little catch-up here. We've been working our way through the alphabet for the last several weeks.
Yes, we
actually.
have.
Started with A, went into B. I think we skipped C, had to come back to that. Things got a little confusing, but we're back on track. And if memory serves me, we're going to discuss critters that start with the letter U.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Or U today. Ooh, yep, the old letter U.
Unicorn?
It's that's pretty good there, Hank. Are unicorns a real critter or what? There's been some debate about that over the years. I'm glad you brought. In European folklore, the unicorn is depicted as a white horse or goat-like animal with a long horn off its forehead, cloven hooves, and sometimes a goat's beard too. In the Middle Ages and the Renaissance period, unicorn was commonly described as an extremely wild woodland creature, symbol of purity, symbol of grace, and could only be captured by a virgin.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Which is why we're sending old John out there on a unicorn hunt. Heidi's nodding her head up and down. Oh, that's all the time we have today, little Radio Rangers. I hope you learned something. I know I'm sitting here wondering what the heck this is all about. Ranger Dan out, say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Some credit cards have really high rates or big annual fees. Usually, people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If that sounds like you, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes, and you may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card hopes you don't think about it, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time right now for water cooler talk with Mr. Dan Farris, and he's got a little bit of news so fresh he's still writing it.
Actually, it's and I am. No, I tripped across this article, and it's just kind of an overall. It was the richest families in every state.
Oh, wow.
In the United States, and I just thought it was kind of interesting. So I boiled it down, of course, to kind of our Midwestern region here.
Yeah, our neighborhood.
Yeah, there might be some surprises, and there might not be. I guess it depends on how you look at it. So yeah, the richest families in each state. And it's kind of weird to me that people can just access that information.
That is kind of weird, that they know how much money everybody has.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I'm down with, well, I guess, let's just boil it down to like city workers, government workers. You can actually find listings of what individuals make for a living.
Well, it's public
if it's on the taxpayer dime.
Yeah, paid for by public
but
dollars.
then I can also recall it would have been 90-something, 1998 or 1999. My salary got published.
Oh, really?
In the local paper here, and I was lit.
How did that happen?
It had to do with a little misunderstanding. There was a little lawsuit going on. All of a sudden, there it was, Dan Farris, whose salary is. And I'm like, are you kidding?
That's not okay.
Are you kidding me? But we're talking so much money here, and I guess, the families we're talking about are...
They're probably proud to be on this list.
Super in the public eye, and, they do a lot of charity and whatnot. In the state of Iowa, are you guys familiar with the Stein family?
No.
Stein family.
Yep.
No, we never hang with them.
America's largest independent seed company, Stein Seeds.
Oh, I've seen the signs for Stein.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
They've got money in the bank, apparently, or buried in the yard, $3.8 billion.
Woo!
Oh, billionaires.
Now, let's jump over to Minnesota. That makes the Steins look like paupers.
Oh, really?
Very familiar with this company, Cargill.
Yeah.
It's now Cargill Macmillan. The Cargill Macmillan family have a net worth of about $43 billion.
Holy cow. We need to get in the seed corn business, Heidi.
Creepers.
Oh, yeah, and this has a lot to do with agriculture and whatnot, too. America's largest privately owned company. The country's largest privately owned company. Cargill.
Wow. I had no idea.
Nor did I.
Let's jump down to Nebraska, shall we? Can you say the Buffetts?
Oh, yeah. Warren.
Oh, yeah.
Warren and the crew.
Yeah.
An estimated worth of almost $72 billion.
Saying he ain't hurt, saying.
Well, founder owns Berkshire Hathaway, of course, and from what we understand, possibly has controlling interest of Bob's Bar and Grill in Martinsburg.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't even know he was involved.
That thing's a cash cow, baby. Pure filthy profit.
They've gotten our business every time we go through
Printing
there.
their own money.
I don't think he's actually connected, but
So we go from the Buffetts in Nebraska, worth almost $72 billion. Let's bounce up to North Dakota, where, well, this is almost poverty-stricken.
Oil money?
The Thoraldson family is worth a scant $1 billion.
oh wow, but they're worth $1 billion. That's cool.
In fact, they are the only billionaires in the state of South Dakota.
The North Dakota.
Right, North Dakota. Yep,
So
correct.
are they oil?
No, they actually build business-oriented hotels across the country.
Wow, that's nice.
Okay.
That's how that was put together. And now we'll finish with South Dakota. And this was no surprise to me, but it may be to some other people. The Small family.
Wait, us?
John and Heidi Small own Sunny Radio and
We are.
division of Couple Dirt.
Yeah, we are. We're not on this list. We're on a different list, I'm sure.
Surprise, surprise, it is T. Denny and the crew, Sanford.
Yes.
Estimated worth of $1.6 billion, of course, the first premiere and credit cards and all that kind of stuff. T. Denny has gone on record as saying he intends to die absolutely broke.
Me too.
And he's got a good start. Do you realize that so far in his career he has given away, gifted, or donated in excess of $1.5 billion?
That is awesome.
Wow.
Well, on his
Yeah, which
mission
is
to
pretty
dying broke,
amazing, yeah.
and my mission to dying broke, I'm doing way better than he is.
But again, I
I
don't
could die tomorrow, and I'm already there.
All I know is the Smalls were on the list.
That was what you were writing in.
What else did they? Yeah, that was the last minute little jot
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's good. Well, that was a really nice list, Dan. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And again, it is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
We're here to make it better.
If you find that drug or alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. Maybe it's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours.
We're here to make it better.
Get more information at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. I think this is actually kind of a cool little thing. The Stormwater Inlet Art Project draws attention. See what they did? Draws attention because it has to do with art. To water quality. Now, 5 years in a row they've done this. Storm water inlets along downtown Sioux Falls streets are painted by local artists to draw attention to the city's storm drainage system and the quality of water at the Big Sioux River. This is kind of a cool thing. I've got a link to this on our Facebook page. You can actually see this. I posted it yesterday. It says a call for art went out in early June. Designs were selected by a subcommittee from the Visual Arts Commission in partnership with the City of Sioux Falls. The first week of July, artwork was selected based on appropriateness of the content, relevance to the area and audience, and site plan, visibility, impact. Project includes a youth category, some kids under the age of 18 working on this, and other artists over that age as well, for 7 new inlets in downtown. They'll be painting them this week. So this is where like the water pours into the storm drains.
Okay.
The actual big chunk of concrete that's that little spot there, they're using that kind of as a canvas. And you can see at siouxfalls.org/green. If you go there, you can actually see the storm inlet paintings. You can find what they look like there. Photos of the artwork will be loaded to the webpage once everything is completed. But I wanted to share this because if you're driving around and you see somebody, crouched down painting on the sidewalk, that little inlet, that's what they're doing.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. I'm reading in the story here. A common misconception is the storm drain leads to the water treatment plant, just like your sewer, but that's not the case. Water that flows through the storm drains actually go directly to the Big Sioux River or another natural drainage way in other places, but here they go to the Big Sioux River.
Sure.
Stormwater washes over the pavement. It carries with it whatever happens to be there. So all kinds of litter and stuff gets pulled in. That's why they're saying, hey, do your best to not put trash anywhere, really, but definitely not in the streets. Otherwise, it'll fall into the things and it'll go right down to the river.
Okay.
So the city partnered with Norberg Paints. So hats off to our friends at Norberg. They've donated all the paint and supplies for the project,
including that's nice.
Yeah, including a special sealant that will be applied once all the paintings are complete to help keep the murals intact. The city hopes to continue this project every year to continue to raise awareness about water quality. So if you've ever driven around and seen one of these, it's all painted up real cool. That's what it's from, one of the past years. But this is the 5th year in a row they've done this. And again, all of the information
I can honestly say I had no idea.
Yeah, I've seen them before, and I remember sharing this last year. I've got a link to it on our Facebook page. It was shared yesterday, and you can go directly to their page, siouxfalls.org/green. And it'd be kind of a cool thing if you're an artiste and you want to get signed up for next year, maybe put that on your calendar and keep that in mind. They want to do it again, so it's a neat little project. This has been today's Bright Spot of News, brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. Many people have dabbled in the stock market for their very first time ever this year. If you're new to the market, but you don't want to learn things the hard way and the expensive way, I encourage you to subscribe to this free newsletter. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com. Subscribe for free. If you change your mind, just unsubscribe. Sign up for free right now at marketbeatminute.com. That's marketbeatminute.com. And it's time right now for a little bit of entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities are fabulous. They're even stunningly gorgeous when they're wearing their masks, telling you you're a dork because you don't. This is amazingly good news because I think, probably, visually upset. I was blown a gasket when I came across this a year or so ago that Danica Patrick was actually dating Packers quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
I remember, you had a really bad day. We're like, what's going on?
I had a
You're
super bad day.
Danica's off the market.
Danica and Aaron are going their separate ways.
Hey, so you had a spring in your step today. I wonder what was going on.
A little bit. One of Danica's reps confirms that she and the Packers star are no longer together.
Now, she was never a Packers fan, though, right?
Oh, yeah. She's actually from Wisconsin. She's born and raised, I want to say, Beloit. I want to say is her hometown.
So she was a Packers fan. That's how she ended up with him.
That's like a rule. If you live in Wisconsin, you have to be a Packers fan. You have to be on the waiting list for season tickets to the Packers, which takes years anymore. It's a pretty awesome franchise, except they have Aaron Rodgers.
Was there somebody that was dating somebody and they would show up to the games wearing like different uniform? I'm thinking of someone else, clearly.
Well,
like they were a fan of a different team, but they were dating the quarterback for that team. I don't know.
Could be thinking of, and this was several years ago. Oh, what is her name? She was in the Dukes of Hazzard reboot movie.
Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson was dating a Dallas Cowboy quarterback. But every time she showed up, the guy had just flushed it. It was horrifying.
Oh.
Yeah, so people actually started blaming her for his
because that's
See, I'm not a sports
rational.
guy. So
I think that was Tony Romo, actually. Jessica Simpson was dating Tony Romo.
I think that is who he's thinking
pizzas.
of.
They're very good. Or is that somebody different?
No, it's the same guy, John.
Okay.
Nobody's really saying what the heck the deal was. When last I left this couple, they were looking at a multi-million-dollar beach home somewhere in Malibu or something like that.
We just talked about that 2 weeks ago.
But Danica,
she gets the beach home?
No, that means
she's single.
I get to start writing letters again.
Single.
Very good.
That's nice. Danica, by the way, she should be okay because a lot of people wonder, well, gosh, since she got out of NASCAR and doesn't do anything, she's probably just with Aaron because of his money. Actually, she has a net worth of over $60 million. So
she's doing okay.
Danica will be okie dokie. On the other hand, Aaron Rodgers, if there actually is an NFL season this year, and I'm still not convinced there's going to be, if they actually do play, Packers are going to win maybe 5 games. Aaron's not going to go through the entire season. He's going to get injured, career over.
Really?
Yeah. What?
I don't know how you know all this stuff, but
I just do. I'm good at this.
See, now if you hook up with her, you combine her vast fortune with your vast fortune and move to Sioux Falls together, you will overtake Denny Sanford
go to North
as
Dakota.
the wealthiest couple.
Get those guys out of the top spot.
If you want to be a big shot with just a little bit of money, move to North Dakota.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see which state has the least wealthiest person. I wonder who that would be. Do you think it would be?
We should look that up.
What does that even mean? Wealthiest person?
Yeah, because you had your list of the wealthiest.
Least amount.
Well, it's all subjective.
But I'm saying, which state has they're the wealthiest person, but they only have like $900 in the bank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's Mississippi.
Well, thank you, Dan.
Sure.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you have a credit card, we'd like to help you make sure it's the best credit card for you. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if we can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. If you don't have a credit card right now, you can check us out too at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, July 21st, 2020. The equities market started out the week on a positive footing, rising nearly 1% in early week action. Despite a lack of news or economic data, the expectation that second quarter earnings are going to be better than expected continues to support the market. This week marks the beginning of peak season, so be sure to expect some volatility if nothing else. Regarding economic data, there is very little on the calendar for investors to be wary of. On a technical basis, Monday's price action is very bullish because of one reason. The S&P 500 broke above recent resistance to set a new post-correction high. The move suggests that bulls are still in control of what is fast becoming a historic market melt-up. Assuming there are no major surprises in this week's earnings or data, investors should expect the S&P 500 to retest its all-time highs in a matter of weeks. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.